Hail Hydra.
Nothing is beyond our reach. Hail Hydra.
Exactly. Hail Hydra.
Hello? Holy shit. It's all working. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome. I gotta turn off a bunch of shit. Sorry. Like echoing 3 times. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Holy shit. This is great. Wow. I have not done a live stream for several years. Last time I did it, people used to... I never... So, oh man, all right. It's all working. I just got this mic. I'm not muted, am I? Holy shit, am I muted? I'm not muted. Am I really not? Because you could really like easily oh, did I fucking touch this thing? All right, I just got this microphone like half an hour ago. And like I keep fucking with it, and every time. I'm not used to this. Like so yeah, I apologize if I accidentally mute myself. How was everybody's weekend? I know I'm a few days late for it, but it's really stressful driving through Chicago. But imagine being Jeremy, having to drive through Chicago and seeing the giant Tim Pool face. But fuck, I knew I was gonna mute it again. There's like these Tim Pool billboards all over the place, and for a while I was trying to I better not say a bunch of times. I've been watching too much of Jeremy. I think there was one in Times Square. I've been trying to, for a while, get Jeremy to buy a billboard, but he's not gonna do it. I just thought that would be, you know, if he's gonna compete with Tim Pool, he's gotta have a billboard. We went to the National Air Force Museum. We saw the boxcar, that plane that dropped the bomb on Nagasaki. I went with like my dad. It was kind of like, it was my birthday last weekend and it was Father's Day, so we all went there. You know, everybody goes with their dad to one of these kind of things. And so we saw that. That was really crazy. I was not expecting that to be there. I think the other one, the Enola Gay, is in the Smithsonian. I gotta make sure I don't have it muted. And they had the SR-71 Blackbird there. That was pretty badass. They had all sorts of stuff there. I guess at this National Air Force Museum, the only B-2 bomber that's like on display anywhere is at this thing. And then they had the prototype for the SR-71, the Y, whatever the hell it is. They you know, they had all sorts of cool stuff there, like some foreign planes, the A-10. And it was really neat, like seeing all of these advancements and technology, and then we went to go see the modern advancements of the American civilization. We went to the new Buc-ee's location, and it was a total shit show. But I mean, that's where we're at now. You know, we got you don't get botulism maybe when you're eating at this gas station, and you can go into the bathroom and they clean it up real nice. And I've got to calm my nerves down. Right now, I'm having a Piggly Wiggly beer just to prove that I'm from Wisconsin, just like Jeremy. Although Jeremy doesn't seem to give a shit about anybody from Wisconsin. And I want to talk about that later, because I have a couple things I want to talk about. We did this big tweet kind of question and answer kind of thing where I asked people if they were blocked by Jeremy, how did it happen to the best of your knowledge? Yeah, it's a beer because I'm badass. All right, let me take these off first. All right. I got to read the chat. All right. Yeah, fuck Tim Pool. I want to give you money. I've been overwhelmed by the support. As you know, I'm a Jeremy survivor. I am I don't want to say former Jeremy. I'm a former Jeremy supporter in a lot of ways, but you know, I think that everybody's got a path to redemption. And, you know, with Jeremy, it's like he's always just. It's like Cicero said, right? like a man can make mistakes, but an idiot just like, lives in them and continues on and just denies his mistakes. I don't know the actual quote. Just don't. But like anyway, that is Jeremy in a lot of ways. And yeah, he doesn't admit that he's wrong. So like Kiwi Farms for like a month straight claimed that I and a few other people were all like Jeremy haters, despite the fact that Jeremy has known a lot of us for years. And all right, still good. And so he's just been reading the Kiwi Farms for I guess every day he does this. Like, can you imagine just like every day? Because I'm sure he watches the Kino Casino show and everybody else's shows all the time. Can you imagine living in that world? I mean, you can see it on his face, but he's always just reading this and like he's just like Kiwi Farms has brainwashed him almost into thinking that we're all trolls. Oh man. Did you guys see my shirt? Apparently you can't buy these shirts anymore. That's another thing. Like he's been so mind broken by all of this that apparently you can't buy merchandise anymore just in case some goofball, some goof might think that it's you're doing it ironically. You're buying this stuff just to fuck with them. So I saw a list of clips. I'm not sure who else has tried to buy like a shirt, but can't buy the shirt anymore. Can't. And I think they're made to order. When I bought one, it took like 2 weeks to even get here. It's 50% polyester, 50% cotton. It's okay. It's fine. He wouldn't go for the 100% cotton, of course. It is a collector's item. I don't know, like, if they're gonna make them or not anymore. You goof. I got banned once for calling somebody a doofus. I've had, like, so much fun. This is actually the most fun I've had on the internet for, like, years in this past, like, 2 months. If Brad calls you a doofus, you better count your days, Buster. This morning show today. Holy fuck. So what better way to advertise your coffee brand to like right before you're about ready to sign the papers with Walmart, basically is like, I don't give a fuck if, there's children that died during the war. It was really nuts. It was like really dark today. Like it was really odd. And like he kept pausing for a long time. Like you could basically have an entire show. You could watch an entire show during that morning show, like in between the pauses. Some of them were so long, and it was just really dark. Like that's not the way that you want to wake up in the morning. Honestly, he should move his show like to maybe late at night or something. Like I'm trying to think of anybody that has a morning show like that where it gets that dark, and that's not the way to do it. This monologue that he had really was kind of frightening. But what better way to just put like, oh, this is the guy that's running Coffee Brand Coffee, like when you're going to Walmart and you see it on the shelves, which I don't know what that's about. I'm pretty sure he means at the Walmart store. Like anybody can sell anything there. I'm just talking as a Jeremy survivor. And it's taken me a long time to get to this point. Like he's just ignoring me. It's just I'm a guy from Wisconsin. I'm not originally from Wisconsin, but when we get into the show some more, I want to show you like just how much he just doesn't care about people from Wisconsin. And I've noticed that there's no solidarity here. I've been an acquaintance, a friend, I thought of Jeremy's for a long time. And I'm trying to help him out. I'm really trying to help him out. Like I know that he's probably going through a divorce. Possibly. I know he's selling a lot of stuff. And so I told him, hey, you can come live with me if you want. You can help me start up Brad Coffee. Someone said like Brad Cool Coffee. We'll start out with Brad Coffee. And yeah, we got a couple cats I like to just throw in the garage sometime, let them go nuts a little bit because they're really annoying. And one of them, he goes outside and like rolls around in the dirt gets real serious and then goes and tries to like kill birds and chipmunks and stuff. So I have to like watch him now because he's gotten really good. He's like about 3 years old now. I don't know where the fuck he got this from, but like he's just too good. Like, and so I don't want him just going around slaughtering everything. So sometimes when he's whining too much, he just goes in the garage and so, they can live with Jeremy while he's in the garage if he needs a place to stay. I think that's fair. Like, he's provided me so much entertainment. I can help him out a little bit. I just don't know what it is about this coffee brand coffee going into the Walmart. I just don't buy it. But yeah, honestly, we're like a family, me and Jeremy and everybody else, the quartering family, the quartering community. That's what he called us. He said, It's like we're like a family." And so I think that's, I can help him out. And also, if we're like a family, maybe I could come and hang out with him sometimes. I need to ask him how I can get on band. Like family never has to knock. Family can just walk right in, you know. In our family, Jeremy, maybe I could borrow that Princess Tomato game that you used to have on the shelf if you haven't sold it yet. I don't know. If you have anything left to borrow that you haven't sold, maybe, maybe. I don't know. He had some really cool stuff though, and it's all gone now. Jeremy doesn't deserve Brad. Yeah, everything was sold. You see, did he sell Princess Tomato? That really sucks. Yeah, I noticed there's nothing on the shelf anymore but the bags or bigs. And that drives me up the fucking wall. Coffee, Brad Coffee. We're not gonna call them. We're not gonna call them coffee bags. Bags. Coffee bag. It's a bag. Okay, so I want to actually get into something because I did have something planned, and we'll get back to rambling around. And I did start this thing here. Were you blocked by the quartering? Please share your story on how it happened, at least to the best of your knowledge. As a longtime quartering community member, I'd like to respond to these in a live stream. Hopefully, others can help spread these as well. All right, so I got a ton. You're actually doing a really good service. All of you guys that are trolling Jeremy. Now, hear me out on this. Because some of these mods, especially B Job Secure, hell of a name, B Job. I know at least half of them are senior citizens. And to offset the chances of dementia, the fact that you guys are keeping them going mentally, having to read your stuff and decide what to do with you all the time, you're doing a really good service to these people. And so, if there's any positive things come out of this, and I don't know what has really, the fact that you're helping the moderators and some of the other longtime members of the quartering not get dementia, that's really cool of you. That's really cool of all of you guys. Bro, your stream is 100 times more interesting than Jared's. Way to go. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that because holy fuck. But yeah, thank you for helping the quartering members, especially the mods, not get dementia. So important. Mental health is so important. Let's get to this. And I actually showed my parents one of the Mr. Morrow segments. He was in New York and he went to like the Disney store. He was singing up the escalator. And then, yeah, before that, he was getting scanned by all the mascots, like these, like, I don't know, Asians, some kind of like Hispanics or something. Anywho's, oh, Instant Regret says, I have to confess, I created the first 3 Brad Cool impersonation accounts. I didn't expect it to be a phenomenon. So for that, I'm sorry, but also I'm happy I did. That was pretty funny though. Like I was pretty wound up and pissed off about it at first, but then I was like, wait a minute, I bought BradCool.com like a month ago and I didn't even know what the fuck to do with it. So finally I had something to do with it. So you really set me on some kind of guiding, path forward. So really appreciate that. Anyway, let's get to these replies because some of you guys are in here. Now, the Bugle Daily, I mean. This is what got him blocked was forced cream pie flavor. And so I don't know if anyone's familiar with that brand. I don't see what's wrong with it. Isn't that one of his flavors? Jeremy Wormy says I called him for blocking God Jer. Oh, good Jer. Oh, good Jer. Okay, yeah, I've heard somebody mention that. Leanna Taylor. Leanna, I don't know. I've seen her many times. Said he was fat. Said he was fat. That's all. See, some of them are so simple. And it's all, and I don't get that one, honestly. Like, because he's always calling himself fat, but apparently if someone else calls him fat. Darth Felix says, in chat, I asked him how his weekend was, and he banned me. Honestly, I don't think his weekends are going very well. Mike says, I merely expressed concern about his escalating alcohol consumption and poor mental health. So he took away my right to free speech on his X posts. Raymond, I know Raymond, he just made me mod on his kick. I commented on his Rumble. I wonder what Raymond said if he just commented. He was like, hey, Jeremy, how's it going? Trollkin Gaming. The Corduan's bragging about how being Christian made him better than other people. I told him that attitude is not in alignment with Christian values. He replied to me, asked, is that you, God? Referring to me, and then blocked me. I don't know what, like, was he fucked up on something? Was he, like, did he think that that was from God? Like, why would he? He could have unironically thought that God was like messaging. I really don't know. Like, it's just like kind of shitty. But so that's all it took for that one. Nurse Ladybird. I asked what the oranges are for, and that's a classic now. When we first started seeing, when the orange bomb first dropped, no one knew what the fuck to make of this. Jeremy was like, no, they're all leftist. Some of them are saying like, racist stuff in here, but they're all leftist. Democrats are the real racists, like I've said before. And he was trying to coach us along, and just like it didn't seem to make sense the longer I went on to it. And then I saw Andy Worski was involved, and some of these other guys. It's like, that guy's he's not a liberal. He's not a leftist. I don't know who you're fooling with this, but he tried to hide this from us. Jelte, I've seen this guy. He makes it says right here, I was blocked because I was stalking him with the Jer Tracker 2000. Or maybe because I called him an alcoholic. I forget. Brad streams will be bigger than Jer's very soon. Yeah, let's hope. Leaf says, hi, Brad Cool, uncut. Brad Cool Unlimited wouldn't fit, so I had to almost on it. I was recently blocked by the Quartering. Any tweet I made involving him or his products are strictly positive. I'm unsure what I am guilty of besides being too unkind about his coffee. It's unfortunate because I, at one point, was a dedicated quartermeister. Yeah, the quartermeister. That goes back. That goes back away. Wow, that guy was OG. Jeremy, you're losing the OGs. For a while, we called ourselves the quartermeister. Box 6, I know this guy. I've messaged this guy a few times. This guy's great. This guy is another ordering OG. He used to follow me at one point. Jeremy, you're losing everybody. Bernardo Gorez says, I didn't even reply to him. I just run a Jeremy Hambley fan page. Guess he saw the vids and didn't like them. I was crushed. Tex-Mex. I am not blocked on Twitter. Somehow I avoided it, but my useless Oranges account never even got to speak. My original account was muted on Rumble for asking about what happened to you. Love or hate the guy, what happened to you was insane. Yeah, and I've been supporting him. I was in his streams before he even started them. Actually, the day that he banned me from the Rumble streams, I was in there before he even started. I think he got sick of seeing that. Because he'd like be really late. I would be the first guy in there a lot of times, like, hey, please like the stream. Drop a positive comment, etc. And it's just, oh man. So apparently when you say Brad Cool in there now, you just get automatically banned. I'm living as the band man. Like, Brad Cool, come out to play. Did you see the Ren Fair stream? Yes, I was actually at the Ren Fair about a week before he was that year, 2018, I think. Like in July or something. Yeah, I've seen that. I actually saw it. I'm pretty sure I saw that when that was new. I didn't really like watch it while it was live, but I saw like some of the recording. And so yeah, I was there like a week before, so I just missed him. I just missed Jeremy like probably creeping out on my girlfriend. Because I was interested, like after people started talking about this, I went back and I kind of checked and we were there like a week before. Yeah, yeah, you missed all the hotties. You missed all the yeah, I don't even want to go into that. Holy fuck. Um are they gonna have flyers, like old-timey period authentic flyers up, like, you know, that say like if you see this guy, he's not welcome? Like hear ye, and then it's like, you know, it's got his face or something. I don't know. I'm kind of wondering about that. Like it's gonna be somewhere. If like that's all real, that email and everything, they're gonna have his picture somewhere. Kaylee Coons, I was blocked for complimenting Mel and HCB. She's coming back during the midterms, guys. It's coming. Now I have a new account, and I make sure to not press my luck by complimenting anybody. I limit myself to promoting Coffee Brand Coffee and backing up Jeremy on his Carmelo and pineapple. Alex, I swear I could probably retweet something. I mean, I could probably post something at like 4 in the morning, and that guy will be there to help me get it out. But Alex says, I want to be blocked, but I can't make it happen. Guess I'm a small fish after all. Just saying, 1984, he blocked me right before the Kino Casino clip channel came down. All I said was, I won't be able to support you anymore if you go to the anti-free speech route and actually try to take down any channel for any reason. Yeah, we actually had some people kind of leave when that first started like that on the Discord. Wasn't quite an uprising, but there's people that definitely bailed on it when they started seeing those like DMs kind of come out. But this guy, big support here, but it turns out that was his biggest fuck up, was blocking me. Yeah, because here I am. I'm getting the ball rolling. Slowly, we're doing it. Justice for Brad Cool. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. So he blocked me on X because I asked how many domestic abuse restraining orders I needed to join his polycule. It was a fair question. Adam has like 3. I just wanted to know. Smegmatic Stigmatism says, thanks, Brad, for bringing us all together. This reminds of me of the Jigsaw support group in the movie Saw 3D. The whole situation has just been terrifying for all those involved. And yeah, we are Jeremy survivors. So true. Anyway, let's go on to Rant Man. This got me blocked. Jeremy is a gay loser and a liar. I'm, of course, talking about the quartering. Shia Lecoq. All I did was make a little joke, and he blocked me. Hello, Brad. I've been a survivor for a couple months now. Jer blocked me on Rumble and here on X. I don't know why he wants to hurt so many of us. All I did was make multiple accounts and harass him as much as possible about the Kino situation. I sense a dark energy in him. Amen. I hear tell of a dark energy forming in southeastern Wisconsin. Yeah, there is a dark energy for sure. And you saw some of that dark energy really come out this morning. That was dark. Command Wolf. This sounds like the start of a class action lawsuit commercial. Yeah. If you or anyone that you've known has been mentally or maybe physically abused by the quartering, yeah, we are Jeremy survivors. This guy, this guy has made like 20 of these. So I made one of like, because I thought he kind of looked like what's his name? Billy Corgan. Like so I made a Smashing Pumpkins reference. It was like something like the grifter in me is the grifter in you. Jer blocked me when I called out his Christian grift when he tried to grift off Charlie Kirk once again. I told him I'm so glad he's not here to see nor meet him, which I was kind of serious about because he's disgusting. Yeah. What would Charlie Kirk think of all of this? I'd love to know. A Michigan Patriot, I criticized him for being a political commentator that was unable to find Iran on a map. The dot orange says, yes, many times just for being an orange. I've seen that the inner workings, like on Discord, like a lot of the mod stuff's all like they have talked about, like, see an orange account, anybody with an orange account, red flag. And it's like, it's the orange emoji. Once you saw that fucking orange emoji, you better report that to a mod right away. It's like, there's so much energy that went into like locking down the doors of the Discord. They did this a lot, but it's like, this is like a place for like 14-year-olds. I get it that older people can have Discords and stuff, but to give a fuck about it this much and to act like it's so important. Ian says, I got blocked for posting this tweet of the casino making fun of him for, oh, here we go again with it's a touchy subject, not being able to find that. That was brutal. That went on. Like, he could have just Googled where it was or something. Holy shit. It came down to a screeching halt. We were sitting there just like, and people are trying to help him, but you can't really like help him too much on chat. And it's just, it's just, but, and then I see these guys from Canada. Shallon, Lamb Killer, responded to him on X in April. I think his tweet about opening some packs, and I said he was probably liquored up enough for it to be entertaining. On Rumble, I asked him why he flags channels on just a video, not even in chat. Yeah, and that was actually wasn't that fun? Like when he got really drunk and was opening up cards. You couldn't bring that up to him. You couldn't tell him about that. Sometimes a drunk guy can be really entertaining when he's not in some hateful fucking place talking about how he wishes that the media would cover up more war crimes. Jeremy is like, why isn't the media, why isn't it like the media before? It's like, well, because of the fucking internet, buddy. And why the fuck are you even going there? And then you're like, buy my coffee. It's going to be at the Walmart shelves. Yeah, I don't think Walmart's gonna fucking let you, like, if it really was, they'd be pulling it off the shelf. Like, what are you fucking doing? Scott Collector. Jeremy blocked me after I asked him the last time he took a shower. Solid question. Banned for trying to offer advice. Asked if he would consider repurposing his RC track. Is he getting rid of that RC track? I think he is. Yeah, you may be entitled to compensation, yeah. I mean, yeah, we were all banned. We were all Jeremy survivors. I was blocked, and I don't think I had any interaction with him at all. Blurpy. He blocked me because I asked him if his Kona was a blend. Very touchy subject. Blaze Rune, I got muted on Rumble for saying, hey, guys. Yeah, the last thing I said to him, I'm pretty sure, there's a couple things, but one of the last things I said was, please like the stream. Drop a positive comment if you can. I think it was like good morning in there. And then banned. Bo Nation says, I got blocked for asking if the tornadoes blew his coffee factory away because no one seems to be able to find it. I actually got blocked by him pretty early for asking why he needed to raise money for Amfest if he was rich. Yeah, solid question. He asked all of us for money. My latest ban on his Rumble chat was demanding to free Brad Cool. You are verboten in his chat. Yeah. You can't say Brad Cool. You can't make a Brad Cool account. Not even the fake Brad Cools anymore. I did make one called Chad Hot. I don't know why they haven't caught on to that. It's really obvious. Jeremy blocked me almost immediately after tagging him in a Fireball post 2 days ago. I told him not apologizing for even mentioning he would take a channel down as the beginning of his Jack Murphy arc. He's not interested in any sort of legitimate conversations. Yeah, he went really hard on Jack Murphy. J Rod on an old account. I said just go on on Caleb Hammer. Yeah, what the hell? Didn't he say he would do that? Yeah, he didn't deserve me. Gulag Mike. I was a longtime viewer and noticed a major drop in quality of the show a while back. Didn't even know about Kino Casino until the break, and man, has Jeremy done irreparable harm to his brand. A complete self-inflicted shot in the foot. Here's a meme. Bigot army. This is what got me blocked by old Jer. He didn't like them. No memes allowed. One Last Hope says he blocked me a couple months ago for calling him out on his lies, that he was being exposed for like all of the scams and grifts he's done throughout the years and harassing and manipulating of women. Better than Flurgandy's first stream? Nah, I can't believe that. Flurgandy's shit is very solid. I really like that stuff. Yeah. Jeremy blocked me after I posted this. Yeah, whatever. And then so he said, could have stopped at, I am feeling awfully stupid. I asked him what the oranges are for. Yeah. Right side table. We are almost there. I was blocked by the quartering. I am now making news commentary as a result. If you ever want to join my YouTube family, I'd be glad to have someone as dedicated as you. Once I do live streams in a couple months, I'd make you a mod too. I think your dedication is great. Oh, I appreciate that, man. BradCoolUnlimited. Can I be second chair in your stream? Maybe someday. Yeah, we'll get second chairs in here. I want to get Jeremy in here. Then here's mine. I put at the end. We're finally at the end. The state of the quartering community. And then that big ass thing, which I was not expecting. The Kino Casino guys, they read the entire thing. And they loved it or hated it. I don't know, but I guess they liked it. But they read it. They laughed a lot, you know. All right, so that's the end of that. Let's get on to the next thing. I was blocked by the quartering after I paid him a super chat back in February, asking if he'd help get my GoFundMe out there. And he told me I was a liar and a scammer to charge back the super chat. Probably thought lying about cancer is exactly what he would do. The thief trusts no man, as they say. Then he continues, unfortunately, I don't joke about cancer. I held my mother's hand in December 23rd, 2012, when chemo and radiation poisoning killed her and not cancer. I swore that day I wouldn't put my family through that torture. I am living my remaining time I have raising my children and made peace with dying the day I held my mother's hand. All right, now this is going to continue. Yeah, I really wanted to put this separate because it's not really goofy. It's really shitty. All right. And so he left this for me. And I left out the second part because it's pretty gruesome. But this is still up. This is an email that he sent to him. Now, keep in mind, if just in case you're tuning in, like a couple minutes after I did this, he was blocked after he sent a super chat. This guy's like one of his supporters. This is an email. I've lost respect for you. Remember a couple weeks ago, I sent you a super chat asking if you'd simply help me out with my GoFundMe. And you basically said I was a scammer and to go ahead and refund the super chat. Attached is a picture from 4:11 a.m. this morning here in Wisconsin of exactly what I've been going through. since December 2024. And I can send you the pictures of back then showing the progression of colon cancer. Also, my GoFundMe link, just in case you truly have a fucking heart. This guy wasn't really even asking for money. He was just asking if he could like help get the GoFundMe in. And then it goes on and it shows some really gruesome stuff I don't want to stream. And so he sent this email back in February, and it just really kind of pisses me off. You guys want to see that stuff? First, we have the anti-Semitic octopus. This took me like well past the point where it was relevant to find. But this is that same one that Greta had on the picture. And like the Jews all got really fucking wound up. They got pissed about this and made her like apologize or something. So I finally have the anti-Semitic octopus. And then I have this one of a kind Trogdor, the Burninator mug. So that's the Trogdor. And then that's like the original one that he fucked up and then did it again. But this is handmade by somebody. It's wild. Yeah, was the second one better? I mean, sometimes they were. Let me go get the big cool spot. I don't even need to wear these headphones. They haven't done anything this whole time. So it's the big ass cool spot. I got a real problem with this fucking bringing things home, but I had to get this. Fucking sweet. This went really well, I think, despite my my meandering. I didn't even get to all my show notes, but I did have some other like stupid little jokes in here. But anyway, we'll save them for next time. Fuck yeah. All right, everybody. See you later. Peace.
Hail Hydra.
Nothing is beyond our reach. Hail Hydra.
Exactly. Hail Hydra.